Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our 1 minute one shot segment where one of us will take on the role of the DM and create a obstacle that we have to attempt to solve as the players. So, for this month's segment, Ryan, you are going to be taking on the DM role for us.
How's the rogue going to fuck up this month?
Oh, just you wait, Zach. Just you wait. All right. So, let me set the scene here. You feel the cool breeze of an early morning hit your skin as you awaken.
I just got fucking swept away. Did you guys feel that?
Felt it.
A heavy bag is currently draped over your face, your hands bound by manacles. You feel the jostling from the wooden cart below you, your head throbbing.
Oh my god.
The night before, you and your party were all taken prisoner for crimes against the kingdom.
Oh my god.
In actuality, after completing a contract to rescue the king's daughter, he offered to host a feast in your celebration for his daughter's safe return. Things were going splendid. Laughter was had by all. Until the rogue slipped away from the party and was caught by the king banging the princess.
Oh my god.
Your thoughts of the night before return to the present as you are shoved off the cart. You land with a splash onto the muddy ground. The burlap sack is removed from your head. In front of you, on a raised wooden platform, a large guillotine is placed. You look down at your companions. It appears that you're all dressed in rags. All of your equipment and things have been removed, your hands still bound behind your back. The king steps forth and gestures violently to the rogue. Kill this one first! One of the armed guards grabs the rogue from behind, leading up the stairs and locking him in place under the guillotine. What will you do?
Real quick.
Yes.
Johnny, I think we were on the same wavelength.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys think Alduin was about to...
Yeah, I was waiting for the dragon to come down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had
That's
me.
absolutely
Oh, yeah.
where I was. We're all there. We all played Skyrim, okay.
It was very purposeful.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was a good
yeah.
fake out, because I thought... Anyway, okay. Give me... now I need time to think.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah. And the king is there and he's pressuring
the king is there.
So we're up for execution, and we gotta get out. All right.
All right. Well, first off, fuck the rogue. Not literally, but like, you know.
Yeah, the princess already did that.
Well, that's what got us here.
He was the one that did this. I mean, come on, dude. How dumb could you be? Second question, or not question, but you know, second point that I want to make. Is the princess here?
No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
She's not here. You have, I think, like a handful of guards.
Okay. And it's just...
No, you don't have any of your things.
Right. It's just us as the person and the rogue.
And the executioner.
And the executioner and the king.
I'd say there's probably, as usual, probably a party of 4.
Okay. Okay.
This is Tubby.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of rogue is this?
Whatever kind of rogue you want it to be.
Okay. You know, this is what I'm gonna do.
Let's hear it, Johnny.
So I'm gonna be a druid. Okay. And this kind of a thing, I would say that we're probably around level 5 if we're going out to save a princess, come back to the king. Maybe a little higher. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is, as a druid, since you don't need any somatic parts in order to turn into an animal, I'm going to be a druid of the moon, and I am going to turn into a, we'll say, a giant bear. I am going to, as the druid, and this is just me watching the rogue go off, I'm gonna turn into a bear, I'm gonna run. I don't care. The other two guys, like, they could do what they wanna do. If I'm the druid, I'm turning into a bear, I'm running. They can hit down my hit points, but by that time, I'm already gone. I'm out of my shackles, my bear form broke out of them, and I'm good.
That's pretty good.
That's all I'm doing.
That was my thought as well, being a druid.
That's a pretty good idea.
You want to go next, Zach?
No, not
Okay, because I think I got an idea.
Go for it.
So, I'm a sorcerer. Okay. I'll also be 5th level. Why not? So while I'm standing here, so what nobody even saw, as I was blindfolded, is as a sorcerer I can cast shape water. So as we landed in this muddy puddle, I'm going to use shape water, and I'm going to form some ice inside of the locking mechanism of my cuffs. I'm going to break the cuffs. Okay, so my hands are now free. Then I am going to choose to cast Crown of Madness on the Executioner.
Okay.
And depending on my level of success, I will then free the rogue and get the hell out of there, because I'm gonna use my Crown of Madness dude to go distract the other guards.
That is a great idea. And Johnny just messaged me, and I was thinking the same thing already. Unfortunately, your Shape of Water would not work because it requires somatic components, which means hand movements.
But he's in cuffs.
But I'm in cuffs. But I mean, how many? If I'm in water and all I need to do is freeze water, you're telling me I can't? Because I'll go with you. But I'm gonna say, hey, Johnny's not the DM here. It's Ryan.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna say.
I feel like you can do that stuff in cuffs. You just like.
You tell me.
That's a good question.
Are they like mittens?
In my head when I was designing this, I was designing it specifically to counteract somatic. So I'm gonna say, just for the designing purposes, I love the idea.
Maybe you have thumb
it
cuffs.
Wouldn't work.
Okay, well I'm gonna take it back then, because actually, what I didn't tell you before was I'm not 5th level. I'm a 6th level. I'm a 6th level. What's the one from Tasha's Cauldron?
Oh, psionic, the aberrant mind.
Yeah, or better yet, I'm gonna use one of my quickened my sorcerer points to cast without somatic movements. I'm a sorcerer. I have ways to cast spells without using my hands.
See, I thought that's where you were going with it at first. Yeah. There is a meta magic that just skips everything.
Yeah, then with that, I would allow that to work. You would be able to do the thing, and we'll go from there.
Nice.
Okay. I came up. I have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but be damned, it's all I could come up with. So, I am a bard, a most prodigious singer, and I am going to cast on myself my bardic inspiration, and I begin to sing, and I sing out just the saddest dirge of my own life, and I plead to the king, please let me live, please. My mother's sick and the farm is being foreclosed, and I set out to find riches, and I don't even know this rogue very well. I just met him, and please let me live. I just want him. I didn't have anything to do with this. Please let me go. I'll never touch your daughter, please.
Start just crying right there.
All right.
And I'm putting this all to a sad melody to stir the hearts of the crowd and the royalty to please let me go.
They say strings are the closest things to human vocals, so they're the best to get you right in the heart.
Strings, yeah.
You got a violin, just
tiny cuffed violin.
That was my violin.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going with.
Awesome. Okay. I like all those ideas. Let's go back to Johnny's first.
So I looked it up in the player's handbook just for everybody to know. Somatic, if a spell requires somatic component, the caster must have free use of at least one hand. So since you are cuffed, technically you don't have free use of one hand. So yeah, just a little tidbit for everybody. Yeah, you did work around it. I thought that's where you were going in the very beginning, but anyway.
Had I known that, I would have done that from the beginning.
Cool. So Johnny, for you, I'm gonna have you, just for the sake of it, just roll a flat d20, and you're gonna do an intimidation roll just to see if you, number one, get surprise on them for one round to get away.
Sure. 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with whatever modifiers you'd have, if any, you'd probably be able to intimidate them enough to be startled, and you're able to get away just fine. Perfect.
Just a man turning into a fucking bear out of nowhere.
I wouldn't know what to do with that. That would get me.
Just the guard next to me is holding their sword or whatever, and they're just, I turn into a bear. I just imagine them being like, wait, what?
Well.
All right, and then Daniel, go ahead and roll a d20 for your Crown of Madness. Just a flat d20.
Sounds good.
And we'll see how effective it would be, most likely. I know it's probably a save, but I'll just do a d20. Just
that makes sense. We make the rules. You're the boss. 14.
I would say with a modifier added to that, you'd be able to do it as well.
Woo!
Nice.
Success.
Cool. And then Zach, let's see. Go ahead and do a persuasion roll. You'd be expert in it, so go ahead.
I would. And I have bardic inspiration.
And you got bardic
forget.
inspiration, so
I rolled a 19.
yeah, you sing your sorrows to this king, and he kind of gets a tear in his
my
eye,
heart out.
and he's like, "You've made a very good case." And he nods at
Let the
guard
bard go.
behind you, and they snip your rope. You stand up. Shink! You see the rogue's head get lopped off.
Yeah.
He deserved it. He deserved it. Come on, dude. Really?
I feel like
Was it consensual? Okay, that's the main question.
that is
Because
a good
otherwise,
question.
who cares? You know, she could do whatever she wants. She's a grown woman.
Yeah,
assuming.
king.
Yes, in this it is all consensual, and she was of age.
but the king disapproves.
But yeah, and I'd say Daniel, you put the crown of madness on the executioner. The executioner starts going crazy and starts attacking the nearest person, which probably is the rogue still.
Oh god.
But you're able to break free, and you would be able to complete combat however it works. Yeah.
It's a distraction at the least.
Good enough. I gave him a shot.
I mean, the king would be looking, and all the guards would be looking at this guy just fucking swinging his axe around.
It'd give you time to undo the rope, or not rope, but you'd be able to break the manacles on the other two. Absolutely. So.
Right on. Well, that was a great
Huge.
job all across
that was
the
a
board.
tough one.
That was
I'd
that
give
was
that
a
to me.
really
a
good
minute.
scenario.
Yeah, no,
That
when I
took me a minute.
created it, I was coming up with the idea of,
Taking
limiting-
everything away.
Yeah, taking everything you have, and then
That makes it
also
really difficult,
you not being
yeah.
able to cast the majority spells. Vocal spells you could totally cast.
Misty Step you'd be able to do as well, because that one I believe is only vocal. But yeah, you'd be able to just like
But then you only get 30 feet away and you got to start running.
right.
Dimension
but I
Door.
mean-
Dimension Door also is a
oh
vocal.
yeah. Well, yeah, but I just don't imagine us being that high of a level.
True.
So saving a princess from someplace for
I feel like if you were high enough level to do that.
and of course we wouldn't even be captured by these low people
Exactly.
if we weren't.
We wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
We'd be god tier.
Yeah.
GG.
Well,
Everybody.
that was a great scenario.
was
yeah.
good.
Yeah, no,
very
I'm
good.
glad
What
that,
what do we call this scenario?
well, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if you already had one.
No, I didn't.
Careful
yet, but
where you
I'm,
put your thing.
I'm glad that that Johnny, that you had the same idea that I did. with
Yeah,
the
druid. Yeah. That's one thing that I always, if I ever play a druid, will always have in my back pocket is that you could try and bind me. I can switch into it without even needing, I don't even think it needs vocal either.
I don't think so. You just do it. The other idea I was thinking too, wasn't sure if anybody's gonna come up with it, was the runic knight.
I was trying to come up with
But-
something
becoming
to do with
big?
that.
But I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You number one, for something like that, you have to be like 18th level, crazy. But number two, I don't know if you need the rune.
I think you
blade.
need a
I
piece
think-
of equipment
I think
to do
you
it.
need it to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that limits that.
But I think you can just etch it into anything. So it could be a piece of clothing that you're wearing
Or the
Yeah, but they
handcuffs
also dressed you in rags.
or the handcuffs.
You didn't have
True,
anything.
true.
But anyways, you guys did a great job.